Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. If you're joining us live, if you're joining us after the fact, I am super glad that you are with us. We are continuing the excerpt of the Tapping Action Journal. And what we're doing is we're doing 7 of the days out of that process. Today is day 4. Everything's online. So if you've missed the previous days, you can certainly grab your way to that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start out and head on down in our PDF to day 4. There we go. Awesomeness. And as always, the way I like to start off this tapping is just do a few minutes of wordless tapping. So just take a nice big deep breath, scan your body, just start at the tippy top of your head and go down to your toes and just notice what's going on. Notice any heaviness, any tension, chattery brain. Don't be super diagnostic, but just be aware of it. And what we're going to do for the next 3 minutes is we're just going to move from tapping point to tapping point. And I just do this with a timer. As we're doing this, if ideas come up, if inspiration comes up, if to-dos, action items for today come up, stop tapping, write those down. Oftentimes, the only thing I remember is there was something I wanted to remember and I don't remember the detail. So tap with one hand, write with the other, stop tapping. The tapping is good. The information that is coming forward is even better. A nice big deep breath. And for the next 3 minutes, just move from tapping point to tapping point. And just move from point to point in the order and at the speed that makes the most sense for you. Nice, big, deep breath. Give me a stretch, move a little bit. And again, any ideas that came bubbling up, I don't know if you noticed as I was doing it, I actually jotted a note down because an insight of something I need to take care of this afternoon showed up. So jot the ideas down. Don't lose what is there. Give yourself permission to capture that insight. Again, the insight is as valuable, if not more valuable, than the tapping itself. So for today, for part 2, what we're going to do is we're going to just use one of my favorite tools as a way of getting insight and information from our future selves, because we have so much insight. And when we disassociate and give ourselves another way to access that information, it's amazing what happens. So, what I want you to do is I want you to imagine just tapping the side of the hand, take a nice big deep breath. And as we work our way through this, just move from tapping point to tapping point in the way that works. If you can close your eyes, I encourage you to do that. And what I want you to do is I just want you to imagine a version of you 3 years in the future. And this version of you 3 years in the future has had all sorts of information and experiences that you don't have. And I also want you to think about something you're struggling with right now, a problem you're trying to solve, something that seems insurmountable. And what we're going to do is we're just going to imagine we have access to our future self to get information. And so to begin with, I'm going to say 3 sentences. I want you to repeat them out loud and complete the sentences. Right now, I am struggling with. And with this next phrase, we're going to say it a couple of times, and you might have the same answer, you might have different answers. This is really hard because. This is really hard because. This is really hard because. And again, same thing with this phrase. It might be the same answer, it might be different answers each time. If something doesn't change, I'm worried that. If something doesn't change, I'm worried that. If something doesn't change, I'm worried that. Now that you shared what you're struggling with, what I want you to do is I just want you to listen to the future you. The future you is going to have advice, information, encouragement, but know this is a part of you in the future that has been successful. And again, just move from tapping point to tapping point as you absorb and hear the wisdom. And as you're doing this, if you need to ask any follow up questions, go ahead and ask a follow up question or two. And this future version of you just continues to share wisdom and insight. And just take a nice, big, deep breath. And as we step into part 3 here, step 3, what'd you notice? What surprised you? What would you like to remember? Jot down some ideas from that conversation. Maybe there was some action planning. Maybe there was some insight. Maybe there was something that you need to let go of. And instead of doing something, you're going to stop doing something. And then after you finish that, what you're going to do is you're going to head back to your tracker. We're going to cross off day number 4. Now, for the insight tracker, again, I've had lots of questions about this. There is a phrase, there is an idea, there is something that you heard today in the tapping, in the wordless tapping, in the conversation with your future you, there's an affirmation, there's an idea that your heart, your soul, your subconscious needs to hear, write it on line number 4. We're going to use this later in the week. And I think this is one of the most powerful ways we can tap. So make sure you're capturing stuff here. The other thing is Ed, you had this conversation. I am sure some tail enders, some concerns, some other things came up inside of that. Write those down here. This tail ender tracker or this issue tracker is a great way for us to keep an eye on things that come up over and over again. So the next time you're setting a large chunk of time to tap or you're working with your practitioner, you have this amazing, amazing resource to go to. Now, like I said, everything that we are doing is we're doing a short excerpt of this, the Tapping Action Journal. It's 13 weeks, it's 91 days. It's a nice way. The people who have been using it since the first of the year, a number of them have said that the word they keep using over and over again, this is a game changer, this is a game changer, this is a game changer. So what I want you to do is I want you to actually have an access to this entire workbook. And there's 2 really easy ways that you can do that. Number 1, you can get a free copy of this, and we'll send it to you anywhere in the world, including 91 audio recordings, so that you can tap along with the book, with me leading you every single day. To get a free copy of the journal, just become a member of the Authentic Action Academy. If you go to tappingqa.com/AAA-7, that will give you access to the journal for free. Or if you just want to purchase it, you can get it anywhere in the world from Amazon, tappingqa.com/Amazon-journal. If you look down below the video, you'll actually see both of these links in the description down below. For those of you who are watching a replay of this right now, if you look on your screen, you'll be able to click onto a little playlist so that you can check out every single one of the episodes that we have done so far, so that you can continue to tap along to this. And finally, down below the video, click that thumbs up button. It makes it easier for others